I think it was around last year, I was thinking about a bunch of business ideas, but I was full on stuck. Like, I was stuck. I had no mentor, and I still don't have a mentor either. Like, I'm slowly getting progress, but I was stuck and I was really confused. I didn't know where to start. And I see a lot of people messaging me saying, how did you get into online coaching? How did you gain such a big following on social media? How are you making money? How are you getting brand deals? I never got told how. I never got told how. I never got any shout outs. I never, got a head start. I started from scratch, from the ground. And how I found out was I just tried. I just posted myself and I kept doing that consistently. I got better over time. Your first video is always your worst one, but you get better over time, and then you build that confidence. You gain more experience and knowledge, and you get rhythm and momentum, and things start to catch on. But last year, when I built my audience, when I built my Instagram to around 60,000 followers, I was stuck. Like, I was getting messages from, from people wanting offers. They were like, Jade, you're losing out on money. You've got 60,000 followers. You're not getting all this money. You got to hire me so I can help you. I was just like, it was doing my head in because I felt like so behind. I was like, what do you mean? Am I supposed to be making money? Like, what do you mean? Because I wasn't making money at all from my social media. I just had a lot of followers, yeah. But that's all I was focusing on. I was focusing on the followers and not actually trying to get money. Like, that wasn't my objective. But now I've totally switched to giving out more value. And then through providing value, I've been able to get people interested in coaching. Anyways, I'm still raw dogging it. Oh, that sounds bad. Well, I am. I'm raw dogging it. And I don't have a mentor. And how I started this fitness coaching stuff was just sitting in silence, staring at a wall for hours. I would just sit with my own thoughts and think, what the fuck? And just think, how do I do this? And then I was going on YouTube, looking at some videos and all that. Small baby steps. But the thing was, I knew I wanted to give out, free guides and all that, blah. But I begged my mum to set me up a Stripe account and she wouldn't. So for about maybe 7 months, I was begging for a Stripe account. That's a way you can get payment from people. That was the one roadblock I had that was just preventing me from taking the next step into coaching. And it did my head in. My mum refused to give me a Stripe account. I don't know what the reasoning behind it was. I think she just she wasn't sure what I was using it for, but I tried to explain to her. She still didn't believe. And then she's like, you can get it when you're 18. I'm 17 right now, but I persisted after months and months. Like, during the time when I wasn't allowed a Stripe account, I made the products, I got the fitness app ready. I got leads from people interested in coaching. It doesn't mean I had it all sorted. I didn't even have a payment method yet. And eventually, after, trying to show her what I was doing, like showing results, she kind of caught on, but not really. So I was in Discord servers saying, guys, please help me. How do I set up a Stripe account? They're like, oh, you get your older brother to do it. Nah, he wouldn't do it. But the thing was, I kept persisting. I kept trying to work around this. No matter if she refused to let me set up a payment account, I was still working. I was still doing whatever in my favor to get ahead. I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't going to, not let the momentum keep going. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. And it doesn't just apply to, online coaching. So I'm talking about in life. If something doesn't go your way, you will just give it all up, won't you? Or are you the type of person to keep persisting and have that tenacity in you? Because I knew I wasn't going to let her saying no stop me from continuing on, no matter if I didn't have a payment method set up. And eventually, you know, I got it set up and I closed deals. So, you know, you just got to keep pushing. And here's my advice to you. It just relates back to life. If you are on your journey towards your goal, towards pursuing greatness, pursuing your dreams, you will come across a lot of things that are not in your favor. A lot of roadblocks, a lot of setbacks, a lot of obstacles that you need to overcome. And here's where people crack. Here's where people tap out. They don't think they have it in them. They don't have the fire in them to keep persisting and keep pushing forward. This is what is so crucial in achieving goals. You got to find a different way. There's 100 different ways to do something. There's no correct way. Going through any sort of, you know, struggle, like a really tough, complex situation, it builds you, it makes you think more, and it actually helps you in the long run. You're like, right, like, I know now that in situations like this, I got to actually think strategically. I'm not playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Like, I got to make sure my moves are strategic, thought out, and not rushed and, you know, just instant and reactive. You really got to make sure you're making strategic long-term decisions. And, you know, if I were to potentially not be still working on, you know, the business idea I had when my mum wouldn't let me set up my Stripe account, would I be where I am today? Would I even have gotten somewhere with it? Like, would I be coaching people? No, I wouldn't, because I would have given up and I would have stopped asking her to set me up a Stripe account, and I wouldn't have been able to make money. If you believe in something, you don't take no as an answer unless it's like affecting someone else. Okay, if they say no, you listen. But if it's got to do with you, you do anything to keep moving forward. You do not stay stagnant. That is the worst decision you could ever make in anything, especially in business, but never stay stagnant. You have to be fast. You have to make fast decisions. You have to like make quick decisions, but not too reactive, and make sure it's strategic. Moral of the story, remain tenacious. And by that, I mean you are unwilling to give up, to give your goal up, no matter what is in your way, no matter what circumstance you're currently dealing with, you remain tenacious. You must have that fire inside of you to be like, it will work out. It will work out. And if other people don't believe me, I will prove them wrong. I will do whatever I can to get to where I need to go. A lot of people aren't like that. So if you are like that, you are rare. You are more than the average, because the average often don't think like that. The average don't believe in themselves even one bit. If something happens to them, they are soft. They are snowflakes. They will tap out and be like, nah. I'm choosing the comfortable pathway over here. I'm not going to go that hard pathway because it's too much for me right now. I'm really stressed. Are you fucking kidding me? These are the moments that build you. These are the moments that actually make you smarter. Like, if you are able to understand complex situations and like deal with these hard times, and you are building your character, and ultimately you're going to be better in the future, in the long run. Like, you're going to be able to deal with these same situations, but it might be more complex when you're older. So I think a lot of people, especially like young people, a lot of people in general, they just run away from fear, and also they run away from failure. So a lot of people fear failure, but it's actually the best thing that could ever happen to you, in my opinion. Bit of a short video today, but I'll be trying to pump out more YouTube videos. If you like these videos, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out.